What's up, guys? So today we have got a very low volume leg day in place, and I'm going to talk to you about the importance of having a hip hinge in your programming, or a variation of a hip hinge. Today's choice of hip hinge is actually an SLDL, and the difference that you'll notice between my SLDL and other people's, in most cases, is I actually control the eccentric. The reason for that is I'm actually trying to train my hamstring as well as the erector. If I was just trying to trash my erectors, there would be no control of the eccentric. So it's a little bit different to what you see Jordan do, for example. So always know the reason why you are doing certain things and don't just follow trends. Jordan does that for a specific reason. I do what I do for a specific reason. So you have to kind of find out what you need and do what you actually need to do for your actual physique. I need a ton more hamstring and some erector, so it makes sense for me to actually tick off both within that movement. So let's get stuck in, let's get warmed up, and it's game time. Okay, that's easier. Oh. Let's go. Yep. That's 10 times better. 10 times better. So Nitram have actually refurbed this for us. We was using the Atlantis, which is an amazing piece, but this machine now, with the way it's been redone, with the better upholstery, thicker upholstery, I don't think you can beat this as a seated hamstring curl. It's definitely one of the best in the market, so that's what it's our go-to. One thing you'll notice, guys, with our training, the exercise selection pretty much doesn't change. We will chop and change certain movements in and out when we stall, but generally, the past 2-3 years, it's pretty much rinsing the same movements, making them better and getting progressively stronger out of them all. And I think that is true key to making the right progression. Not training out of novelty, but training and seeking the novelty and progression across these lifts. I think that's true key to progression. Like that one down. Fuck me. Oh. huge reason why I like to record my sets and record my actual warm-up sets in particular with lifts like this. It's being able to see the movement, see what I'm doing, and see what else I need to adjust to make it better. So just looking at a video does not take focus away from the session at all. If anything, it allows me to reach a deeper level of focus to do what I actually need to do more effectively. So you've got to utilize these tools to your advantage. However, utilize them but don't abuse them. You'll never see me actually recording a set and then sitting there watching it, analyzing it. I do that after I finish training. Now, I analyze my warm-up sets because it's just one rep to actually look at. I'm not going to sit there after and watch a couple of minutes of footage of me training and try to analyze that. That just serves no purpose. So utilize your recording wisely, but do not let it take you away from the stride of your training. I think that is super important. And be mindful of other members as well. Make sure when you are recording, you're not in the way. Write that one down. Useful tips, guys. I actually tweaked my adductor 10 days ago on the single leg press, and it's still giving me a little bit bother, and I could feel it twinging on that rep. So I definitely opted not to take another one, because although it's there, if I take another now and I pop my hamstring again, it's just setting me back. And today is our lower volume session that is designed to actually not completely trash us. So this is where you need to take the wins and take the losses. And this is not necessarily a loss, because instead I'm actually going to set a hip thrust instead, just to give me some actual direct glute volume. But I cannot risk pulling this again and making it worse so that it impacts my other sessions. I definitely don't want to be doing that, so I'm going to play it safe and live to fight another day. This class is pretty much as my 7th meal. Now, at the moment, I'm actually having 30 grams of sustain and 30 grams of performance fuel alongside 100 mils of pomegranate juice. Pomegranate juice is literally there for health benefits and some extra carbs as well. So it ticks off the box perfectly for my intra-workout meal. Now, I start sipping this just before my first working set, and I aim to finish it pretty much 3/4 from a session. So this is what I aim to finish this now, and then I actually take my EAAs pretty much around this time as well. EAAs or MPS Max. My choice is MPS Max, so I'll show you that as well. See what it feels like a bit heavier. Reason why I truly believe you need to have a hip hinge in your sessions or in your programming in general is you cannot develop full posterior chain development without having a form of hip hinge in place. So you will always be able to tell who can actually pull either off the floor or RDL well through their own development, through the glute and erector development. So the lower back, which is hanging here, and obviously the glutes and hamstrings, will always show for someone who can actually deadlift well and does deadlift. And the people that don't, generally, they don't have as well developed posterior chain, and that is definitely a fact. So proof is in the pudding, guys. If you want thick erectors, big glutes, big hamstrings, you need to keep a form of hinge in place, and you definitely need to make sure that you try and get good at it and strong. And again, strong is relative. What strong might be to you might be completely different to someone else. So stay in your own lane and do what you need to do. Now I'm going to do the pin stack close stance. Got some high rep sets on this, bro. Yep, down now, close, there you go. Yep. That's much damage, come on. Come on, come on, shift. Right, that's it. One sec. Yeah. Fuck me. What was that? That was disgusting. If you're coming to the gym and find yourself that you're unable to do something, don't look for an excuse not to do something. Look for a solution to do something else. Because I can promise you, regardless what it is, there might be a certain movement that you cannot do on a single day. If you feel a niggle or if you're tight, for whatever reason, right? There will always be a like-for-like movement that you can replace that you can actually still get productive work in. That's exactly what I'm doing today. I couldn't hip hinge because I didn't want to aggravate my adductor. So my choice is to actually do the hip thrust instead, which is still going to put me in some productive work to get some glute stimulus in, but without putting my adductor at risk. Job done.